Stan Gibilisco coming at you from the Nerd Cave with just a little bit of daydreaming for you. Let me know what you think of this. I know the technology already exists for it, but you're watching me right now on some kind of a flat screen, be it a mobile phone, a tablet device like an iPad, possibly a computer display, possibly a big screen, but it's a flat screen. Now imagine, I'm trying to describe to you, imagine something like, I'm trying to describe to you an XY coordinate system. And maybe the equation of a circle on that XY coordinate system. And I can draw those things for you on a flat screen. But how about 3 dimensions? X along the horizontal axis, Y along the vertical axis, and then Z along an axis perpendicular to your screen, going towards me and then towards you and towards me and then towards you. Now imagine that I had some kind of a marker in my hand and I could draw in 3-dimensional space with that marker. It'd be like a little stylus, but with a little, a button on it, and I push that button and I can draw all kinds of curves, possibly spheres and cubes and paraboloids and ellipsoids, and I can draw all those things in 3-dimensional space. If you've got a flat interface like you do now, you're not really going to get the full gist of what I'm trying to do. But imagine instead that you had a cube sitting in front of you, and that I could draw those things in 3 dimensions inside that cube. Actually 4 dimensions, because time, after all, is a dimension, and it would not just be a 3-dimensional image like a sculpture, but it would be like a moving sculpture. Now I know the technology for this kind of stuff exists, because after all now we can print things over the internet. We can print, for example, a flashlight. Now imagine someday we'll be able to print prime rib of beef and have it really be prime rib of beef. Now that'll be the day. But on a more realistic note, suppose then that I were to wander all around this cave and I were to draw these things, not just in front of you, but all around you. You'd be in a classroom, say, a student in a classroom, and I'd be the teacher walking up and down in that classroom, drawing things all around you in 3-dimensional space. But I wouldn't even really be there. I would be in the nerd cave creating the video, and then you would see it on something like YouTube, except in 4 dimensions. What would we call this anyway? MP4D? No, that's not cool enough. You tell me what it should be called. But it's coming. And maybe, I don't know, maybe you guys at YouTube, at Google there, maybe you want to give me a job out there and let me be in charge of developing this for you. But I don't have a clue how to do it other than to make it as cool as I possibly can for the person who is witnessing it, which may someday be you if you're young enough. I'd just be the brainstormer. I don't know how to do the programming or anything like that. I'm just a daydreamer. So daydream along with me and tell me what you think of this. Teaching aid in a classroom, you gotta, instead of watching the old, remember those old 16mm black and white movies from the 60s? Well, now this would be, 1 step past that, 1 step past that, 1 step past that, until finally I am drawing for you some kind of complicated vector function in 3-dimensional space all around your head. Oh boy. I know I'm so ugly you'd probably pass out. Stan Gibilisco, signing off from the Nerd Cave until next time. So long.